The active shooter defense industry is valued to be a $3 billion industry. As the rate of gun deaths grows across the state, the booming line of business is taking root in Texas. Dallas Morning News reporter Arcelia Martin is with us today to talk more about her reporting on the industry. Arcelia, good to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Let's start just at the foundation. What is the active shooter defense industry?
A good way to frame it is it's a sector of businesses that emerged in order to address the anxiety and also the gun violence that we're seeing in the places we send our kids to school, where we work and where we pray. And it's an industry that's remade what it's like to walk into a school in Texas. And it's also remade business priorities for executives who know that these unfortunately uniquely American tragedies can be lucrative. And like you said, it's grown to a $3 billion industry, and it's one that's slated to grow into a roughly $9 billion industry by 2030. And it's made up of, think about like consultants and surveillance technologies and safety infrastructure and different products. But the efficacy of the industry's offering is what raises flags for some safety experts.
Yeah, in your article, you definitely look at the billions of dollars being spent and how, but you do talk to experts who are skeptical about the industry. Tell us why.
Yeah, so there's researchers like folks at Johns Hopkins Center for Safe and Healthy Schools who point out that the research that these corporations give to superintendents or religious leaders are market research. It's not what they would hope is scientific evidence-based research that proves that these products and these technologies actually do lower the chance of an active shooter on a campus or in a house of worship or in a workplace. But at the heart of this story, and what I was trying to tell folks, is that the stakes are so high. The people who are in charge of keeping thousands of other people safe, they feel like they have no choice but to buy in.
You pointed out, Arcelia, that right now it's a $3 billion industry growing to $9 billion. How do we see it kind of taking root here in the state of Texas? How are folks spending the money?
Right, yeah, we're seeing the growth through our spending. So take schools, for example. One school district I spoke to is spending $800,000 a year on a weapon detection system, and it has a 10% alert rate. And the head of security there told me that it's inconvenient. She understands that, but safety and security is worth the cost. And we're also seeing it in the types of businesses that are emerging or growing in scale because of this anxiety and need to protect others. So one program I spoke to works to get people trained to be able to carry guns into churches. So that way, if there is an active shooter or some kind of potential violent threat to their church, they're able to address that. So that's really how we're seeing this industry take root here in Texas.
Sounds like, too, there's a fear of what could happen. There's a fear of not stepping up and doing something to prevent it to begin with. Arcelia Martin with the Dallas Morning News, thank you so much for joining us and talking about this industry. We appreciate it.
Thank you again for having me.
And you can read more of Arcelia's work right now on dallasnews.com.